As a professional car reviewer, every once in a while, you get a special car for a week. Such is the case with the 2019 McLaren 720S. I've been blessed to have 4 supercars the last few years, like the Audi R8, the Aston Martin DB11, the McLaren 570 GT, and perhaps the most special of my career, this 720S. Let's talk about what sits in the middle of the car just behind the driver. It is a 4-liter V8 with twin turbos, putting out 710 horses and 568 pound-feet of torque. This beast will take you from a dead stop to 60 miles per hour in 2.7 seconds. And if you keep accelerating, the rear-wheel drive 720S will take you up to 212 miles per hour. Adding to the performance is a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. The shifting up and down is instantaneous. In fact, the transmission shifts quicker than you can shift with the paddles on the steering wheel, but I do like the feel of shifting it myself. On the dash to the left of the infotainment screen, you have a knob for 3 modes that control the handling, and on a separate knob just below, there are 3 modes for the powertrain. You can mix and match both controls and choose normal, sport, or track, and you can essentially have 3 different cars when you push the active button. For me, I like both set in sport mode in town, but sport on the handling and track on the powertrain when out on the open highway. After you play with the controls for a little while, the default normal setting in both modes is just a little bit too tame for my taste. There is one other mode, the variable drift control, that you can choose to do some impressive power slides. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't try it. Outwardly, this is just a beautiful car with 19-inch front wheels and 20-inch rear wheels. All the outer panels channel air through the car for aerodynamics and for downward force on the rear end. When you start looking at all the air channels on this car, it's pretty amazing. The 720S weighs in at just 3,191 pounds, about the weight of a Ford Focus. Much of the reason for the lack of weight is the 720S has a carbon fiber chassis and uses aluminum for the body. The 720S absolutely stops traffic when you open the twin-hinged bihedral doors that are open forward and then upward. The doors are incredibly lightweight and easy to open and close. They're also soft close, which means you barely latch them and they'll close themselves. Moving to the inside of the car, it hits you immediately that not only is the car fast, it's also luxurious. The sumptuous Napa leather and Alcantara seats hug you snugly in those tight corners. When you look up, you'll see glass panels from the doors that are recessed for additional headroom. There's 5.3 cubic feet of storage in the front and another 7.4 cubic feet behind the front seats. That entire area is covered in rich leather and it looks amazing. In the center console, you'll find the engine start button and the awesome launch control button. There are 3 buttons to shift from drive to neutral to reverse. When you hit the ignition button to turn the car off, it puts the car into park. For some reason, it has the start-stop system, but it can be disabled. To the left of the steering wheel are buttons to open the front cargo area, lock the doors, and something really cool, a button that flips the gauge cluster over to give you just the basic info you need if you're on a racetrack. Center dash, you'll find the vertically mounted infotainment screen that operates the sound system, navigation, track telemetry, which is real-time racetrack data, variable drift control, your garage door opener, rear view camera settings, and an electronic owner's manual. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are not available yet. As you would expect, this car comes very nicely equipped with everything you could ask for. My tester has $54,700 in options, primarily the Performance Package, the special blade silver color, park assist, and the 5-spoke wheels. 2 things of note: the proactive chassis control uses sensors to give the suspension maximum stability on all road conditions. And second is the active rear spoiler that raises automatically, or you can raise it manually with a button. It also serves to help slow the car down when braking at high speeds. MSRP on this one, as equipped, is $351,790. Fuel economy is 15 in the city and 22 on the highway if you behave yourself, but you won't. In summary, this car has unbelievable power and handling, and with many sports cars, you have to choose. It is great no matter the road surface, and it would be amazing at the track. The exhaust sound is incredible, and it's an amazing combination of everything you could want in a cruiser that goes over 200 miles per hour. One thing I'll warn you about, watch out for people trying to take your picture when you're driving down the freeway, and they're not paying any attention to where they're going. Thanks for riding along with us today for another CarPro test drive, this week in the 2019 McLaren 720S supercar. If you want any of the McLaren models, just go to CarProUSA.com for a dealer nearest you.